Meeting is now streaming live to YouTube, except it's not. It's preparing.
Well, this is boring for everybody watching at home.
Yeah, you know.
All right, I found it.
Meeting is now streaming live to YouTube, except it's not. It's preparing. Oh no, shit.
Here's the red dragon wormling stat block.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
I'm just gonna.
This is boring for everybody watching at
How do I
home.
make myself shut up? Yeah, you know. There we go. I figured it out.
Drop that link in the chat.
It says.
That's
Oh, of course it's not named the right. Whatever. It'll fix itself.
Oh, snap.
Thank you.
Man, it's got a CR of 4. Wow.
Oh, I found our last. I didn't realize
Does?
we had episode 1 on there.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys when it went up because it went up at 3 in the morning that night.
That was a 3.5 hour long session.
Yeah, it was a good fucking session too.
Did not think about
I'm sorry. It's natural armor. Oh my god. All right.
Ah.
Oh boy, I've always wanted to run.
I hit a
What'd you
button
say?
that's going to say that I want to record the session. Don't worry about it.
Okay. If you want to, also ignore what I just sent in the group chat. It's, I let my fucking Arma spill over.
Meeting is live time now. It's live time, baby.
We do not seem to be live, my friend.
We are. I'm gonna double check and make sure.
I
Yeah.
apologize. I just got off work, so I'm definitely going to be eating.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'll be eating at some point too. Oh, apparently.
Nuggester's personal meeting room.
I didn't. It didn't give me the option to change it, or at least I didn't see it. All right.
I am the second subscriber to this.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself. Y'all can talk to each other. You don't have to sit here.
I'm too busy chewing.
I'm just kind of getting distracted. All of these memes about The Last of Us 2 are just great.
All right.
Oh my god, it did worse than Sonic 06? That's wild.
What?
So The Last of Us 2 recently just came out, and apparently it's terrible.
I've been seeing those jokes, yeah.
And it's just, and the meme going around is just like comparing its Metacritic scores to other games. It did worse than E.T. for the Atari 2600. Sonic 06. And it's not really even that close, too. Like, Sonic has a 4.7 on Metacritic, and The Last of Us 2 has a 3.4.
All right, Tatum's coming. I was checking to make sure she was like good, you know, not dead or anything. Turns out I was right. She was just asleep.
It did worse than Cory in the House for the DS.
This poor game. It wasn't that bad.
Apparently you're wrong.
Apparently. Hey, look at that.
I just saw, you know, the Megamind scene with the villain Titan.
Yes.
Hi, Tatum.
I saw a meme that says there is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no functional harmony.
There is no femboy Hooters.
There is no Queen of England.
Oh my god. All right. So, do we want to get started?
Sure.
All right. So, you guys wake up the next morning after your long rest. You guys have leveled up XYZ. So, just let me know, what do you guys want to do first? If you'll remember, you have that invitation from the lawmaster to come back and for another job. Beyond that,
Bryony is gonna go sit in the bar and wait for everybody else.
okay, you do it.
Ugh. Just like last time, there's a long montage moment of Traven fixing his beard and his man bun before heading downstairs.
All right.
He heads downstairs, sees Joshua Palmer, and smiles at him and says, "Oh, hey there, bud. Can you get me a donut today? We're gonna try again."
He looks at you and says, "I'm never going to be able to get you a donut."
I toss him 2 gold pieces and I say, "Well, whatever your best try is." And then I sit down with Briny.
All right. He goes back to the kitchen.
Dredger puts on one of his many pinstripe suits. I affix my tiny hat upon my head ever so perfectly. I strap on my papusa with the red egg in it.
Okay.
And just hello, everybody.
Oh, hey, good morning there, Dredger.
All right.
Good morning.
Well rusted. And I sit down at the table with them.
Cool. And Aragorn has not joined you yet, but she's in her room this time, not in a hallway.
He just comes down quietly, waiting on everybody to figure out what they're doing for the day.
Okay. So you're all gathered there. Josh Palmer, as you know him, comes back with 4 ales, breakfast ales again. Remembering Aragorn got a coffee, he brings her that instead, and he brings you 2 pancakes, Draven.
I look at them, fumble in my pocket, pull out an acorn, put it in the middle, and I go, "Hey, that's close enough." And then I start eating.
He walks
Let
away.
it die.
I refuse.
All right. So you're sitting enjoying your breakfast ales, your coffee. Traven is eating a pancake with an acorn shoved in the middle of it, which is bizarre by any means. What do you do?
Fixing the light in my room.
That's not your room. That's the dining room.
So eventually you hear, as you're sitting there eating, you hear 9 bell hits come from outside.
Oh, we slept in today.
A good night's rest is essential for any adventuring party.
So, what do we want to do today, eh? Sorry, got to finish the donut. I'm feeling personally kind of like I want to head back to that lawmaker lady who was really scary, but at least she pays us pretty well and we get to kill things.
Perhaps. I didn't like the cut of her jib.
I mean, anybody who can see me when I'm trying to go invisible is a little bit scary, but she was pretty nice the second time.
There is also the festival to check out.
You can hear the sounds of the festival outside. Just, general.
Porque no los dos.
What?
Sorry, does
Why don't we do both?
we know Spanish?
Spanish is canonical
No.
in this.
Spanish is Water Genasi language.
That's what celestial sounds like. Ah!
Great, now I gotta learn freaking Spanish at some point.
Only when talking to gods.
Or Asmar.
All right.
Raven stands up from the table, messes with his belt, pulls on the back of his shirt, and goes, "Well, whatever, let's go doing. We're burning daylight. Let's go." And walks straight to the door. Pretty
Follow.
led wherever he feels like by the day.
Should we follow him?
Well, I guess I'm gonna follow him.
All right.
I'll follow.
I go where the small one goes. She must be protected.
All right. So you wander out into the open air. It smells identical to what it smells like yesterday. There's no parade today. It's just festival things. Also an Instagram. Yeah.
Did we meet up with Traven or is he missing?
No, you followed pretty close behind him.
Okay.
He's maybe a few feet in front of you.
We're just kind of... Traven's just kind of walking through the city vaguely towards the lawmakers area because that's just kind of like where he feels like going today. And he looks at his friends and says, "So, I feel like going and doing some adventuring today. How about you guys, eh?"
I suppose that would move the plot along.
Hey, that's metagaming. No, it's not. You're good. So Traven starts to head away from the direction that you went yesterday to start the day. You come up to this build, unless anyone has any objections. You all show up to this building. Looks very much like a courthouse, like I described last time. Big wooden doors in the front.
Traven touches the door and again, with the speech of Beast and Leaf, says to the door, "Hey, it's okay. It's okay. They're there. Someday you'll be a big tree again, I promise." And then walks into the door, into the building.
Dredger follows. I follow.
Briny follows.
Follows.
All right. So you go to where you know the lawmaster's office to be, which inside to the right. And you see the woman you know as Beatrice sitting there, hunched over in her chair, looking at some papers, drinking a glass of something. And she looks up and says, "Oh, hello, how are you today?" Her voice is not warmed up for the day.
I pop invisible for the joke and I go, "Oh, hey, we're doing great today."
She says, she looks at you square and says, "You're furry, not funny."
Agreeable.
I like to think I'm a little bit
Briny snorts in laughter.
That is an agreeable sentiment.
She responds with "So I assume you're here about the job that I offered yesterday, right?"
pop back to visual for my friends because it only lasts a couple seconds. And I go, "Oh yeah, let's see what you want to do today, eh?"
Okay. She says, "We've just received a report from the town of Hilfar, about 3 days travel due south from Bahamut, of some creatures a pack of creatures of some kind that have been terrorizing them over the past couple nights. They don't know where they came from. They don't know where they are, but they've been killing livestock and apparently have recently taken to kidnapping a couple people. We can provide you a cart and a few healing items if you have none already. That just to get there, but you're gonna have to get there on your own. You're gonna go by yourself.
Traven is very intrigued and goes, and what nature of creatures would these be? Is there any reports about that?
She looks at you and says, "No, if I knew that, I would have told you, right?"
No.
Never hurts to ask for elaboration. Well, everybody.
She
Feel
says,
like going on a travel? Heading
If-
out?
if you do decide to accept, we would like you to leave as soon as possible because they seem to, they seem to come every couple nights, maybe every night. I don't know. We've only just gotten the one report.
If it is urgent, I will accept.
It sounds just like the stuff I used to do at home, eh? So, like, finding stuff that's going around the villages, taking it out. Right up my alley. Let's go.
Sounds good to
Sure,
me.
why not?
Okay. So she says, "Great. Go to the southern gate, just down the street here, a couple blocks, and talk to the guard. They'll get you your cart and sent on your way."
Amazing. Thank you.
Aye. And what will the reward be for this job?
She responds and she says, "Well, truthfully, it sort of depends on how many there are down there, but just for traveling down there, we're willing to give you 80 gold.
Sounds lucrative.
That's if you show back up alive."
I see no reason as to why I wouldn't.
She says, "Okay, well, if that's everything, then I have some law appeals to deal to." And she gestures towards a stack about that high of various papers. And she says, I'd like to get a head start on that so I'm not here at 11 o'clock tonight."
Traven smiles and goes, I bet it's a lot of just rabid squirrels. I bet we can handle this. And starts walking out the door ready to go. He goes, there was one time, we had a very scary large rabbit running around my town, and he just would try to bite people's ears off. It was a whole problem. It's really hard for him to get to our ears too, but he was a real persistent fucker.
That sounds exhilarating and a tinge ironic.
That sounds about right, yeah.
So by the
Well, I
time
guess we should go find this cart place.
you finish all these various conversations, unless you decide you want to stop somewhere else, you make it to the gate that was partially blocked off by the two booths. You're standing in between the army recruiting booth and the paladin recruiting booth.
Hey, what was your pal's name down there, water cousin? He was about your size.
Thistle?
Yeah. Do you think that Thistle would want to hang out with us, go kill some rabid squirrels?
I can't speak for Thistle.
I yell in towards the paladin's booth. I go, hey, Thistle, you over there?
You hear nothing that sounds like anyone's fixing to respond, You do see a head poke out. It's not Thistles though. It's a human man.
Do I tell the difference?
Yes, you tell the difference. He's like 5 feet. He's like 3 feet taller.
They're all the same to me, Eric. They're short.
I mean, I guess, but you would know the difference. Halflings have a different facial structure, and you're kind of close.
It's like Elise versus Morgan. Like Elise is shorter than me, but Morgan is much shorter than me.
Correct.
Thanks for the
I
elaboration.
still recognize the difference between both of them.
You don't have the implicit biases of Traven against people who are short.
Small folk.
So you push past the 2 booths that are currently blocking the street, and the guard comes up to you and he goes, "Oi! Gate's closed. Can't come through here."
Hey, you listen here, you hoser. The law master told us to come over here because y'all have a problem that you need help with. And now you're going to tell me I can't go through this gate right now. I'm sorry, but we are not going to be okay with that. We got to go. We got to go fight some rabid squirrels, don't you know?
I implore you to not speak for the whole party when you incite violence with the guardsmen.
I was telling a guy that I want to go through the gate, inciting
Call him
violence.
a hoser.
And what is a hoser, Dredger? Huh?
I am not from Fantasy Canada. I am from Fantasy South London.
All of these statements are true. The guard says, "Oh, you're on that business. All right. And he yells up. He goes, "Open the gate!" And outside, there's the world.
I kind of glare at Traven, like, yeah, you're right, but I don't like that you're right.
I look at him and I'm like, you see, hoser could be a term of respect among my people, and you would have no idea.
Fair enough.
I look at Bryony and I go, it's okay, cousin. We both know hoser's not a term of respect, and I wink.
Bryony sighs really, really loudly and then walks on the other side of Dredger.
All right. So, continuing your tear towards the area she told you to be, it's the stables. You start to you know it's a stable because you start to smell horse and straw. Listen, horse has a distinct smell. You know it.
Oh yeah.
And there's a guard that's standing there, and he looks bored out of his mind. He looks almost asleep. He's just leaning up against it with a giant pole arm of some kind. And he goes, "Good morning."
Oh, hey, hi there. How are you today, eh?
Living the dream.
You see, where I'm from, living the dream is the term we use whenever we're having a bad day, and we don't feel like talking about it.
Yeah. Are you guys with the law master?
Oh, hi.
He pushes himself up, and he walks over, slaps the side of a cart, and goes, "This is the one."
Is the horse connected to the cart, or did he just smack
Yes,
the cart?
the horse is connected to the cart. He slapped the side of the cart.
I was about to just be like, oh, okay.
It's on.
There's 2 horses, a brown one and then a pinto colored one. If you don't know what that is, you can Google it.
Cool.
Traven
Bryony
is so
does
excited.
not like horses.
Traven is so excited to see horses. He runs over to them and he goes, "Oh, hey there, friend." And he assumes that they're his deer friends from the forest. They just lost their horns for the winter. And he's like, Oh, hey there, buddy. You're really having a problem with your horns this year, huh? And he's like petting him and rubbing him, and he like uses speech of beast and leaf to go, "You gonna get us where we need to go?"
The horse just and like chims a little bit.
All right, Reggie, you have a good day today. And he rubs his head and then gets in the cart.
They've got names. Okay.
Reggie and Reginald, they're brothers.
One of them is infinitely more chill than the other.
So basically, I would like to point out, by the way, that it is the middle of spring where you are. Just a reminder for that.
That's why he's really confused.
That's why I'm confused why they don't have their horns yet. And I pet Reggie and I go, "And where's your girlfriend? Huh? It's spring. You should be running around with her right now, bud."
Aren't you in the cart?
Yeah, I'm still talking to the horse.
You're fucking screaming at the horse from inside the cart.
I'm on like top of the cart. I'm assuming it's like an open air cart. I don't know.
Yeah, is it an open air cart?
This is a valid question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just merchants.
Uh-oh.
DM machine broke.
Every time.
It's really funny because you're frozen in a very
I
bad.
legitimately don't know what the problem is. I'm sure I am.
Oh, he moved.
I don't know if I'm back or not. I legitimately can't tell.
Yes, you're good.
You have returned.
Okay, so it's an open air cart. There's no cover or anything. It's
Oh.
Okay.
Dredger gets on the. I get on the cart.
Bryony goes to get on the cart, has some trouble with the steps, and eventually gets there.
Hey, Aragorn, you gonna get on the cart?
Guess we're all getting on the cart, so yeah.
Getting on the cart.
How designed for two very large beings is this cart, Eric?
I make sure I sit on the opposite side of Traven.
It's a simple matter of weight ratios.
Oh.
And he's gone.
There is no DM. Say something dumb. What's going on?
We're still streaming.
Hello.
He's back.
Yeah, shit keeps breaking. I can't.
Are you still streaming even when you lose the video?
Yeah,
There we
because
go.
it just swaps the host over to somebody else.
Got it. Okay.
All right, okay.
We'll edit that out in post.
Cool.
It's live.
Yeah, it's
All right.
live on YouTube.
I know, I'm making a joke.
All right, so your question was how well does it fit two large beings?
Yeah.
Pretty. It's not. It's a pretty. Say it's about 5-10 feet long.
It's a big one.
All right.
It also has 4 wheels.
As opposed to 2.
What a concept.
So who
Could be
is
a chariot,
driving
very large
the
chariot.
I don't know who is driving the cart. Isn't it the cart guy?
No, you guys have to drive the cart.
Huh? Who's got proficiency in land vehicles?
I look at the cart and I go, I do not know what this is, but I like it.
I have no idea how to figure out if I have proficiency in land vehicles, but I'm
If you
pretty
don't,
sure
if
I
it's not on
don't.
the character sheet, you probably don't.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
You do not, based on the things I know about building your character.
I don't think any of us do.
No.
I look at Dredger and I say, I feel like as the person with the bow, I should not drive the cart in case something comes up alongside and we got to deal with it.
As the other blue person with the bow, I think that doesn't matter.
As the person whose whole thing revolves around being good at this bow, that's why I'm talking about it.
Fearbold.
Does somebody have good animal handling? We might be able to finagle that into a driver.
That would be Traven.
What'd you say?
I have +2.
I would assume that Traven would be good at handling animals, considering he had just spoken to the horses.
I am pretty good at handling animals, though.
Then you should drive the cart.
Do you need me to roll an animal handling check for the cart?
No, yeah. So you get on, and you've seen people use carts before. Like, they're not uncommon. So the cart starts rolling along, you know, sort of like the caissons in that one song. So they, what I do need you to do is, this is a three-day trip. I do need you to roll an investigation check, and if anyone wants to help him, let me know, or roll separately.
I'll just give him the help action so he can roll with advantage.
Okay, roll with advantage on that.
Well, the first one was a 2, so let's hope that the second one's better. Second one was a 16 plus 2, so 18.
That's a good one.
So you're traveling along, and this is a couple hours into your journey. It's about 3:00 by now, and you see off the trail a little bit. You see a cart that is broken down and just like destroyed in a couple places. The wheels are off, and it's turned onto its side.
Hey, Reggie and Reginald, let's go over there, eh? And I lead the horses towards the other cart.
Okay, so you go off. It's off the trail. It's off the road a little bit, and you come up to it, and it's a wagon. You don't see anything, and it's pushed over. It's on its side.
Bryony
So-
calls out. Sorry, I was swallowing. Bryony calls out to see if there's anybody injured around the cart, or if there's any people around that are willing to answer.
All right. Roll persuasion check for that.
Okay, it could be shit. Oh, maybe not. 12.
12. Silence.
Nice.
You hear your voice back. You were pretty loud.
Then perhaps we check the cart out.
Okay. Are you getting in the cart and like so?
No, I'm gonna like drop my great sword, and I'm gonna like kind of cautiously tippy toe over. Is there anybody out there?
So you step to the other side of the cart. You don't see there's humans around that you can see. Humans or otherwise. You just see an overturned cart, and there's sacks thrown aside. You see the reins were cut at some point, and the horses probably took off. There's pretty extensive damage to the bottom and the wheels.
Traven notices that the reins look like they're cut, and he would like to look at the ground and try to see if he can figure out which way these horses went by tracking.
Okay. So roll me a survival check.
That is rolled off the table. 16.
He's broken, I think.
16.
Yeah.
You pretty took off off in a straight line away from the back the way that you've run.
Traven calls out to the horses. He yells, "Hey, pals over there. You can come back now. It's safe." He just
You
kind of
can't-
yells in their
You
general
can't see
direction.
them. You just see like where they are. Like
Yeah, I'm just
where
yelling.
they ran to. Oh, okay.
You really shouldn't be
Versus
questioning this by now.
Those things be gone.
I don't think they can hear you, Traven. Maybe we should search this part.
I'm already I'm like peeling back the tarp over the goods.
Bryony hops down, quite literally, and follows Dredger up to the cart, but goes around to the other side and starts looking through stuff.
And once the DM reconnects, he can tell us where things are.
Aragorn
great.
is going to stay with the horses in case something spooks them. That way, if they run
Good
off, somebody can bring them back.
And that's why you're the smart one. Big brain.
Hey, Traven, where are you right now? I don't remember. Are you out of the cart?
I'm out of the car over by the horse tracks where they bolted.
Oh, you're right. I remember that now.
Oh, my body.
Our DM is having a great day today.
You're gonna have a great job today.
What's bad is I think his internet connection is tanking all internet connections.
I have really bad internet connection too.
I am right next to a router. I cannot be having bad internet connection.
I mean, same.
The router is there.
There's a trumpet boy.
It's right behind me. You can see it. It's right there.
This pencil is dead.
Hello.
All right. So now that the DM has unbroken, what's in the cart?
I switched over to my hotspot.
Oh no.
Maybe
That's not a good idea.
You know it's bad when we have to switch
Give
to
him
the
a
hotspot.
Swift data bill.
My internet is the hotspot.
He has unlimited, so it's chill.
Man, all of my friends have unlimited. I wish I had unlimited.
Me too.
I wish I had internet.
I wish I had electric.
unbroken now.
I think he's more broken.
All right, you said you're gonna search the cart.
Yes, me and Bryony
What?
are searching the cart. Traven is trying to find the horses, and Aragorn is staying back, being smart in case the horses decide to yeet.
Yeah. All right. So,
Gone
okay.
again.
So the two that are searching the cart, I need you to roll investigation. See what you find.
Sounds like an 11 to me.
Okay. So Dredger, you rolled
And a
an
19.
Oh wow, you find more shit than I do.
19. Okay. Hot. Okay, thanks. I got it.
I'll take
All
it
right.
away if you keep nothing.
Burger time.
A moment when we heard God get sassed by his mom.
Hello.
God's
Even
mom
God
said
needs
stop
witness
being
listen there.
loopy.
All right. Mom said I'll turn the Xbox. So Bryony, you find what appears to be an intentionally concealed compartment under the seats. You don't see any locking mechanism, but you can see where the seams of the wood just don't match up and like the shine isn't right. Dredger, you rolled a 16, right?
11.
Excuse me.
Okay. You find a little bit of food in a sack. It's some apples and some salted meats and 20 silver pieces.
Dredger immediately eats all of the meat because he didn't have breakfast that morning.
Correct.
Say 20 silver.
Bryony's stomach rumbles and she looks down at the box in her box near her and kind of wishes she went to the other side of the cart.
And is
So
that all I
you
find?
find this hidden compartment intentionally. Yeah, that's all you find. But you see Bryony like very focused in on this one part of the box of the cart.
Small one, I found some food and money over here. What did you find over there?
I found this little box thing, and I'm trying to figure out how to pry it open. I think I'm gonna use
Brute force.
my
Would you like
small
an
knife.
apple?
Yes, please. I'm very hungry. I didn't have breakfast.
I walk over to Bryony, I give her the apple, and I say, now where's this box you speak of?
I gesture to the box, and I pull out my. It looks like I have a small knife. I don't know how this works. Pull out my small knife and try to like get it in the seams of the box and pry it open.
Or like a false panel, I think it is.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
It's a false panel.
So okay.
It comes out pretty easily. It was meant to be removed. So, and it falls open. You wait a second. Nothing happened. But you do see in there's a small lead box about a foot by a foot.
I clearly stick both my little hands in there and try to get that box out.
All right, so as you put your hands in, you're just about to touch the box, and you grab the box and pull it out.
Oh,
It's a locked lead box.
As soon as you said put your hands in there, I was like, oh my god.
I didn't.
As you do that, the cart chomps down on your hands. No.
You lose both of your hands. You're unable to use weapons.
Time to retire, boys.
It's a small lead box. It has a lock that is built into the side of it, but it has gold trim around it, and it's got these very intricate carvings all around it. Not gold inlaid carvings, just normal, etchings and such. It's a very well made box.
Do I know if the carvings mean anything?
Roll me Arcana. Had to think about that one.
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
They're not obviously concealed. So you see there's a bunch of really intricate lines all over the place, but you see where two or more lines meet, there's a glyph that you recognize. It's an enchantment glyph. You know it to be a glyph of protection, the best you can tell. You don't know protection from what.
So my best guess about this box is that glyphs means protection, which means somebody probably put a protection spell on it. So I'm guessing it's kind of like the black box of a jet that wouldn't exist at this time. And I'm guessing that something bad is going to happen if I try to open it.
Then perhaps it would be best to take this back to the party, and maybe we could get it checked out in the town that we go to, or the town that we came from.
I like that plan. I'm not over here trying to lose my hands.
I punch a hole.
Okay, so now you track that you have one small lead box.
During the
What?
time that they were all...
Say that again?
I punch a hole through the cart. That's what I wanted to do, but you seem to finesse it.
What?
Hurry on.
All right.
While they are doing that,
They're doing things.
Craven pulls his bow and kind of wants to go along the horse trail a little bit and see if he can find his horsey friends who have been just abandoned out in the woods.
Okay. So you search for about an hour. about an hour going around. You see their tracks, but you also see a bunch of other horse tracks. You follow the ones that you found because you rolled pretty high. You found the ones, you follow them for a little bit, and after going about 100 feet or so away from where the rest of your party is, you figured that they're either probably eaten or they made it somewhere where someone took them.
Eaten by other horses?
By something.
When walking in the forest, I can
Slothers,
Yeah.
man.
number, size, and time because of my favored terrain.
Okay?
Is there anything else relating to that I need to know?
You know there's two. You know they are horse size. So
Cool.
And you know that
large.
Oh, bud.
And time this happened roughly a week ago.
Okay.
a week ago.
Did you hear any of that?
Them horses are long gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Traven's gonna head on back to everybody else.
Okay.
A little sad that he couldn't find his horse friends.
We found a box. It's time to go.
And these horses are wherever they are. Nature has decided what's happening to them, so I can't help anymore.
Perhaps we will find them along the way.
Everyone back
All
in the cart. Traven says, "Yip yip, buddy."
Ow.
All right, Reggie, let's get it going.
All right. So
Yeah.
you plot along. It gets to. There's no other event for the
Oh wow, man.
day.
Well, this is fun.
Maybe you should make me the host.
You.
Right there.
I don't know if that would change anything, though.
God, I think I made it worse.
Yeah. Well, to our future audience of thousands, hello.
You know how Eve sounds in Wally?
I think we just are gonna turn into a meme about how terrible Zoom is now.
I'm back on real Wi-Fi now.
Holy shit.
That was my
All right.
When
So-
college kids are giving presentations on why not to use Zoom, they're gonna use this video.
Yeah.
They should. You're right. Okay. So you travel along. So you finished all that. It's about 6 o'clock now. Roll me one more perception check. Whoever is driving.
John Bull.
At 20, baby.
Sorry.
Oh, he knows.
I see all.
You see Adams. No, you see off in the distance. There's a guy sitting in the middle of the field, just looking very like he's walking around. He looks so confused, very distraught, and he runs up to your cart and he says, "Sir. I appear to have lost my traveling party. I don't know where I am. I will pay you for any information on the way to get back to the capital."
We've been just traveling along a road. Is that how we've been doing this?
In the capital. Why is there just some random guy on the road?
I look at him and I go,
Hold on. I wanna roll an insight check to see what this guy's deal is.
Do it.
19.
All right. You get the sense that he's probably a very absent-minded guy, and probably just wandered away from the rest of his friends while they were camping.
I point back along the road the way we came, and I go, Bahamut's that way, bud.
Oh no! I want to flavor it like this. So like Traven goes to like talk to him, and I like shoot my arm out. I like look at him for a bit. I put my arm down.
That way, bud.
He hands you 4 gold pieces.
Epic.
I look at him and I go, you know, friend, with generosity like this, would you like to share our fire tonight?
He goes no and like walks away.
Bye. See you later.
In response to that, is it like time to set up camp and go to bed?
It's like
You travel for
more.
about 2 hours,
PM.
and it is time.
I did not hear what time it was. Sorry.
About 8 o'clock by the time you realize it's probably about time to make up camp.
Okay. Raven is really excited to call upon nature to do this cool thing he learned.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I can't wait.
So Traven will use 1 level 1 spell slot for Wild Cunning, a spell that allows him to call upon the spirits of nature to set up tents and a campfire instantaneously.
Wow.
Basically, he makes a little campsite. Boom. Magic.
Cool. So that happens because it's a spell. There's no check associated. And you are in the middle of the wild, so do you guys want to set up watch for the night? You'll need 2 watches.
Well, since Aragorn only needs to trance.
For 4 hours.
So one person would get a short rest instead of a long rest. And
I mean,
Aragorn-
I would be okay with taking first watch because I didn't use anything, and you just used the spell.
I used the spell slot for a joke because I knew it was time for a long rest. So here we go.
I will take first watch. I do not have much to regain from sleeping in our elven friend.
I can take second watch.
Okay.
Traven goes, I'm literally a little bit tired from doing that. So yeah, let's go for it. I'll stay asleep tonight.
Okay. So you each are doing a separate watch, and Aragorn, are you jumping in on one or either of those watches, or are you just gonna trance for as long as possible?
I can be there for both. It's whatever.
Okay. So Dredger, you said first watch with Aragorn. So I would like you both to roll perception checks, either separately or assisting.
Woohoo! 10.
Give me a sec.
You know you're good.
22.
Oh,
All right. Unusual happens. You do hear a nice bird song off in the distance.
That late at night?
Yeah.
Nightingale.
Okay.
Oh, they're such nocturnal birds.
All right. Your watch comes to end without. Bryony, could you do the same thing for me? Aragorn, you can assist if you'd like, if you're still there.
It's a 10.
$17?
17.
And
All right.
Aragorn with the elf eyes right now.
Aragorn, perceptive.
I have
So-
a +5 on perception.
Holy
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there and nothing really happens. You hear some rustling off in the distance, and a deer bounds out of the woods, eats some food. You imagine it's trying to find somewhere to sleep for the night. Nothing else happens of note.
Lit.
All right. So everyone ends up getting their sleep in. Everyone has done a long rest. You wake up the next morning to travel, and nothing. You didn't get attacked. And nothing.
Traven wakes up, points at Dredger, and goes, I had the weirdest dream.
Oh no.
You became a donut and tried to eat Aragorn, and then Aragorn turned into a bird and flew away, and then cousin over here just was dancing in the corner, and I don't know what that means at all, but there we go, okay? I just had to get it off.
I do not understand what this donut is. Why
On
would
that
you
note-
stick baby tree in bread?
For flavor, eh?
I take off my hat.
You're a strange, strange man.
I'm still not your cousin, dude.
Yeah, but now it's a term of endearment, friend.
Thank you.
Welcome.
On that note, why don't we pack up and head out for day 2? Yay.
I'm with Aragorn. Let's go.
I would like to not be here anymore.
Okay.
Want me to get rid of it immediately, or do you want to do it yourselves?
Cast another spell, please.
So Traven calls upon the spirits of the wild, and everything gets put away immediately. Boom.
It's all gone. So you start your second day of travel. Roll a Traven. You know the drill. Perception.
Nat 1.
It's a lovely day.
All right. It is a
See?
4.
Nothing.
It's a skill
great day.
Oh, it is not a lovely day. It is a bad day.
We
rainy day because I had a bad. I think it's a lovely day, but it's raining.
you get a little bit distracted by just a gorgeous bird that you see, and the cart veers off the road a little bit. Can you roll me an animal handling check?
Can I ever?
Can I?
7. I have a +4 and I rolled a 3.
So you pull the cart back on, lead them back, and there's sizable damage. The wheel isn't quite out of round, but y'all are sufficiently frightened by the fact that you just went off the road.
Traven, do you need someone to take over driving duties?
No, I'm fine. I was just really amazed by that bird over there. I say, pointing at the bird flying.
You
Eyes
can,
on the road!
you can watch all the birds you want from the back of the cart.
I look at Reginald and Reggie and I go, guys, why didn't you just keep going straight? Do the horses react?
You told us to go the other way.
They don't really respond. They just keep going forward. The rest of the day goes off without a hitch for the most part.
Have
And
a very non-responsive personality.
so you get to the point, you're almost to Hillfire. You'll get there in the next day. So you bed down for the night, and I just need one overall perception check from whoever wants to.
Aragorn, please.
I have not been doing
I
that.
got it.
Say Traven used spell slot again, so he needs to sleep again.
15.
15. All right. So Aragorn, as you're sitting, just wasting time to the point where you'll be out of your trance when everyone else wakes up. You look up, you lay down on the ground just to rest your back a little bit. And you look up and you see lights streaking across the sky. A couple at a time, and then more and more and more and more. This goes on for about 10 minutes. These light streaks just going across the sky.
Do we recognize them?
I mean, you can roll an intelligence check.
All of us, or just Aragorn?
Just, you know what? Traven, will say, since you asked the question, that you were awake on the first watch for a minute. So
Okay.
both you can roll it.
Wait, can I do it, please?
Yes, you can roll. You can roll it. You can roll it.
I got a nat 20.
All right. So,
No.
Aragorn is a scholar, so
can I do this, please? Yeah. Damn. So you know this to be a meteor shower. The meteors are rocks that fall from the heavens, and the where you grew up, they're actually thought to be souls of elves returning to Earth to impart knowledge on someone who asked.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Looks
So does that make it like a religious thing for Aragorn, the elf who's a cleric?
It's not religious. It's just a thing. Just an old, like, you know how we have old wives' tales, like the sound of thunder is people in heaven bowling. It's kind of like one of those things. Just a story.
What an
Of all
example
the wives' tales.
of all the old
That's-
wives' tales. That's the one you picked.
That's my personal favorite one. That's why.
This is facts.
So yeah, the night goes off without a hitch. Aragorn saw something really cool that I didn't expect her to see.
Epic.
Yeah. So you wake up the next morning, refreshed, ready to push through the next 5 or 6 hour journey
I will push
to
the
get to
cart.
the outskirts of Pillar.
I will push the cart.
Perception time.
Yes.
Uh, 18.
18. So you see out of the corner of your eye, you see some people chilling along the tree line on the edge of the road. And they're dressed in black, all black clothes with these hats on, and they have claws pulled over their eyes. And just as you're about to turn around and tell your friends, one of them pops out of I'm forgetting what it's called.
The woods.
The woods, yeah. Thank you.
Realize.
I've got to speak English. So they pop out of the woods with a short sword, and the guy says, "Oi, this is our territory. You want to pass? You give us 5 gold apiece."
I look to my friends and I go, "Hey, what the heck is this?"
And as you say that, 4 more emerge, and you see 2 of them are accompanied by wolves.
What is the profile of the man who's threatening us? Like, what does he look like?
He looks like a human man. He's actually one of the few that doesn't have some kind of headgear on other than a mask. And he's got shaggy blonde hair. He's sitting there with a short sword, and he's slowly inching his way towards the cart. He's about average build, average to small build.
Do the people around us have bows or just swords?
Some of them have bows. Some of them have crossbows, and others have these swords in their hands.
Little man, I do not take kindly to threats. Whose territory is this?
He says, "I just told you, you big dummy. It's ours. There's a toll."
I've never heard of ours. What is ours?
It's the pirates.
He looks at you and says, "It's us. The 5 of you. The 5 of us. We're robbing you. Give us your money."
I grab him by the neck.
You were on the cart a second ago.
I am on
He's
the cart. I
fast.
am big.
You think he can't reach?
I yoinked the shit out of him.
All right, roll a grapple for me.
Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be a dirty 20.
He doesn't even notice. He goes, you pick him up off the ground, and he's like, get him! Roll initiative.
No. I think I can
15.
5.
fight. I need somebody to remind me. Oh, never mind. I found it. I'm just dumb.
All right. Oh, I need to roll for the
Yoink!
I love how excited Nick is.
All right. So, 25 to 20 on the initiative order.
Oh.
20 to 15.
15.
16.
So Briny, then Traven. All right. 15 to 10. Oh, buddy.
I got a 7.
You got a 7?
I got a 7.
Okay, so
How did Aragorn do?
What are we rolling again?
yeah.
We fighting.
16.
16. All right, so Aragorn goes first, right?
No. Okay.
I also had a 16. Was there something
Oh.
we need to do to figure that out?
Who has the higher? What's your dex, Briny?
+1.
One.
The
Mine's
score.
+3.
Oh.
Who goes first? Aragorn, Briny. Wolves. What are the wolves? What's the wolves' dex? What's your dexterity? Drew?
Who? Dredger?
Yeah.
Oh, probably not great.
Sound like you said Edgar.
12. My dex is 12.
12. All right, so you go after the wolves.
Hell yeah.
But before the bandits.
Wait, did I tell you the wrong thing for my dex?
Yeah, did I tell you the wrong thing?
Bad?
No,
I
you don't.
got very scared of the fact that their leader just got yeeted up by this giant.
Never seen a 7-foot tall tattooed man reach 3 feet off a cart and so deftly grab their leader. They're a little stunned, all right?
Yoink!
Okay, Aragorn,
Oh, wait.
what do you do? You've just seen Dredger lift a man off the ground like fucking Triple H.
Ooh. Can I send Firebolt at the one that he's holding?
The one that he's holding?
Shit.
And
I guess the Geneva Convention.
because he's grappled, it's at advantage.
What does that mean?
You
You
roll
roll a
twice.
spell attack twice.
Roll the d20 twice and pick the bigger one.
Okay. Blink. Okay. All right. We've got. Do we add anything extra onto it?
It should say on your spell.
Yeah, what's your spellcasting mod?
Be a spell mod, yeah.
It's a 9.
It's a 9 total.
Yeah.
To hit, that misses.
Darn.
Right past his head.
Sad.
All right. Anything for? Do you want to move? Do you want to do a bonus if you have anything?
Nah, I'll chill.
Okay, Briny, you're next.
Briny is going to use. Yeah, I'm gonna use my crossbow. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna use my crossbow and I'm gonna shoot it at the closest wolf.
The closest wolf. Okay. Go ahead and roll that attack.
I need a reminder on what to do.
It should say on D&D Beyond next to the crossbow weapon under attack or actions or whatever it is. Should have a 2-hit. Click on that and it'll roll it for you.
Oh, there it is. I was looking at the wrong thing. That's why I couldn't find it.
You're good.
Woo! 12.
12. Misses. Right,
Oh.
and it barks at you. All right, Traven, you're up.
So what's the positioning of the bandits and wolves alongside the cart?
Yeah, so alongside so you have the bandit that was picked up, right?
Yep.
There's 2 bandits at the back with wolves on either corner. And they're like standing next to each other. And then so that's 3. And then there's 2 more flanking on like the actual side of the cart.
Okay.
So nobody's in front of us?
No one is in front of you because you just got picked up by Dredger.
So they're all like, he was the guy to like stop us, and the guys behind us were the ones to hold us up.
Yes.
Is what the plan was.
You should have hightailed it.
Traven would like to draw his short sword and hold it to the neck of the guy that Dredger is holding and say, "Sit down."
Okay. You're trying to intimidate them to
Stop.
Yeah, okay. Roll with advantage because technically Dredger is helping you.
Well, that first one was a nat 1. And the second was a 9.
A 9.
Providing sounds for the wolves.
he through a very strained voice, he goes, "Go fuck yourself. Kill him."
I
So
don't wanna.
Does that take my action, or can I do something else?
Your action because you tried to intimidate them.
Bonus action, I'll cast Hunter's Mark on one of the ones with the wolves.
Okay, one of the bandits.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Okay,
I'm going to put my dog out.
yeah, you're good. Next are the wolves, actually. And
Me.
one of the wolves, they're gonna
We make them our
jump up
friends.
to your cart, and it's gonna take a bite attack at Bryony, who just shot at it.
R.I.P.
So it bit at you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I roll for that? Oh boy. Of course, it's my 2d6. Sorry, I lost my other. There we go. All right. You take 6 points of piercing damage. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Help.
Go do
I
your
forget how to play.
abilities, saves, and perception senses or whatever it is.
Abilities.
It's gonna say saving throws, and it's gonna say strength.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's in
Wow,
the
this is great.
it's in the left corner.
What?
It's in the left corner of the main page.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you. That did not. I got a 14.
A 14. That succeeds. So you
What
are
does
not,
that mean?
You are not knocked prone. So they bite into you and grab onto your arm and try to push through you, and you push them off and manage to maintain your footing. Dredger, it's your turn.
How much damage was that? I forget.
6.
Thank you.
Can you throw him?
Oh man. Well, as a bonus action first, I'm just gonna go into a rage.
All right, a good old fashioned Rajay.
But you know, Dredger, being jovial as he is, he just kind of. He's gonna attempt to throw the man that he grabbed into the wolf that attacked Bryony.
Okay, make a I don't even know, a strength check. You're not throwing him very far.
Oh boy, I have advantage on that.
Of course you do.
Oh boy, that's gonna be 23.
R.I.P.
Okay, now I gotta figure out the damage of a wolf.
This is a 23 hit.
That's a 23 hit.
That
No.
was a 23 hit.
So how much damage does a
A thrown creature is treated as an improvised weapon, deals 1d6 per 10 feet thrown.
So you threw him 10 feet.
Eat.
So roll damage, and they'll both take it.
Call that 8.
8. All right. Y'all suck, and I hate the fact that that was your first instinct. All right.
Well, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just hold them there?
You're right.
My great sword's got 2 hands, man.
Oh, yeah, your great sword is two-handed. All right, so that's your turn unless you have a bonus action or movement that you want.
I already did my bonus action, and I
Okay.
do not wish
Yeah.
to move just yet.
Okay,
He raged.
it is the bandit's turn. So the one that you just threw, knowing that it can't get through, it can't get to you because you chucked it away.
Eat.
He is going to take a slice attack at the closest person, which I guess is Briny again. All right. That's
That's in
cocked as
chat.
hell. That is cocked as hell. Oh, let's see. Does an 8 hit?
No.
All right, so then the 2 on either side are gonna try to shoot in at Dredger, who just chucked their boss.
Yeet.
They're using their light crossbows and they're trying to shoot you. Son of a bitch. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Awesome. And then the last one is going to do the same. Right, yeah, there's only one left. No, there's not, there's 2 left. The other 2 are going to shoot 1 bolt at Briny, 1 bolt at Aragorn. Sorry.
Rude.
They're at the back. Oh my god. 8. 3. All right, Briny does an 11 hit.
No.
Is this looking at our armor class?
Yeah, and Aragorn. Oh no. Aragorn does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah. All right.
Hold on, my
8
dog.
points of damage.
Yay.
All right, back to the top because that was all of them. Where to go? There it is. All right. Aragorn, you're up.
I'm gonna go after the dude who just shot me.
Get him.
Go ahead.
I am also gonna shoot him with a crossbow.
A crossbow? Okay.
And hold on, I gotta figure this out.
Get him.
Very good.
What do you add on to?
It should say 2 hit next to the weapon.
Yeah, like attack bonus or something.
I don't see that, so that's not helpful.
Go to weapons or like attacks.
Actions.
Go to attack.
Yaha! It's +5.
That's
Okay.
16.
16 hits. Roll 4 damage.
It's a D8. Boop. 7.
7. All right. He takes the bolt right into his arm and he goes, "Ow!" and just like grabs it. Ah! All right. Any bonus action or movement?
No.
Briny, it's your turn.
So that wolf is still in our cart near me, right?
Yeah, it's like almost right on top of you.
Awesome. So I'm good. Is there a rule about switching weapons in the middle of a fight or something?
You can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna use my mace,
Okay.
Ooh.
Just smack the shit out of him.
and I'm gonna smack that thing
Okay.
for a 17.
That hits. Roll damage. I think I know how this is going.
Aw, 1.
Oh.
There's no plus or anything to that?
There should be. It should be your dex or your proficiency or both.
It's you should have proficient. No,
There's no add to my
affect,
damage. There's an add to my hit. There's not an add to my
Oh.
damage.
Okay.
Proficiency doesn't affect damage, and she doesn't have a strength modifier of anything.
Oh,
If you're proficient in a weapon type, you should get the proficiency bonus to damage. I think.
No, it's just to your. It's just to the hit.
But she's. What's your strength mod?
0.
Yep.
Plus
Well, yeah. Then you get nothing.
All right. You clock him right across the face, and he goes.
Man, I remember one time I crit on a dog and
Pissed.
that I broke it in half.
I can't whine, and I can't like do anything other than just exhale angrily. So
Just make furry noises.
I no. Bonus
what he
action
did.
movement.
My movement is going to be moving away from the wolf. Not really.
Probably towards like.
No, I think I'm gonna stay.
Okay,
Namaste.
Traven, it's your turn.
Traven takes his bow and shoots at the one that he cast Hunter's Mark on earlier.
Absolutely. Roll to hit
Baby.
the bandit that you marked.
That is does a 22 hit the bandit?
Yeah, I think it does. Roll for damage.
So that's 8 plus 2, 10 damage total.
He you can tell that you hit some bone or something in his arm. He is hurt. Yeah, he's like screaming. He's like, Jesus!
Jesus?
I say,
Who's that?
who's Jesus, hoser?
Bonus action or movement.
Bonus action, I turn invisible.
Okay. Gone.
Movement, I'm gonna come down and run towards that guy. Since I'm invisible, I can do a stealth check with advantage if you want.
Sure.
All right. First one was a 10. Is it 23 enough for a stealth check?
You believe that he has no idea where you are.
All right.
So it's the wolves' turn. The wolves, the one that Bryony just smacked the living crap out of, is gonna bite her.
No.
Don't quit making the wolves mean. I want to animal handle them at the end of the fight.
Don't make the attack wolves mean.
Let's make them our friends.
All right.
I'm trying to. I'm planning on taming it after we
Does
kill
a 21 hit?
Bryony.
Yeah.
You take. Oh, it's better this time. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh.
All right, and the person whose turn it is just noped his way out of the call.
Well, you can do an attack for him.
I don't know any of his stuff.
Well, give him a greatsword and give him a +2 and go from there.
Okay, great sword. He's raging, so he. Oh, but he might want to reckless that. So, I'll roll for him. Whatever. Yeah. So he rolls. We'll say he does reckless because he gets that at level 2. 14 against the guy he just threw. That hits. And roll for damage. That's D6.
Nick says his internet just said no.
Goodbye.
All right. Wait. Greatsword is 1 or 2 D6s?
2d6.
2 D6s? All right. Wow. All right. That guy dies.
That guy died.
He is big.
Which guy was that?
That was the bandit that he threw into the wolf.
So the guy holding us
Nice.
up is dead.
Yes. All right. He is dead. That is Dredger's turn. it is the bandits' turn. Wow, this is fun. All right, that's theirs. All right, so they just saw their boss die, and the two at the back are gonna bolt towards the. They're gonna bolt. The other one's gonna take his wolf and go, and the one whose wolf is in trouble is going to call him to him and run away their full movement. So they're 30 more feet away now. And the two on the sides, one is going to shoot at Aragorn, and the other is going to try to shoot at the only person he can see, Dredger.
All right, I'm going to call Nick on the phone and just put my phone next to my computer.
Okay. All right, Aragorn does a 21 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I can hear y'all, so I guess this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah. You take 2 points of damage, Aragorn, and Dredger.
Oh, wait, I think my internet came back. We'll go with that. Hold on. Okay. It's my turn now?
No, it's the bandit's turn.
Did you say?
They're attacking you.
You killed somebody.
Okay, and I didn't take any damage?
Huh?
No damage? Can I take damage?
Not yet, but you might now. 14. Does that hit?
Yeah.
That hits?
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right.
Oh, it does hit. It does hit. It does
Oh,
hit.
it does? Okay. And 5 points of damage.
Rounded down to 2.
Right, because you're raging.
I'm gonna hop back in soon. My shit just came back online.
All right, cool.
All right.
Aragorn, it is now your turn.
Hold on, let me figure this out. I am going to use Cure Wounds on Briny.
Bless you.
It's funny.
Uh,
You're a cleric.
Roll how much that heals.
Give me a sec.
You're good. Nick, I reckless
8.
attack on the bandits for you. So.
Oh, Dick! Now I get advantage on attacks against me. Okay, sure. I see how it is.
It's fine.
Because I'm
He-
the big boy.
You killed him.
Yeah, I killed the shit out of him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Was it the leader? Was it the leader that I yoinked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryony shakes out her arm that was bitten twice and thanks Aragorn.
It
Alright.
heals 8.
Yeah, thank you.
Bonus action or movement.
Are anybody near me?
Just the one wolf that's up in the cart who looks like he's about to run away.
Then I'll stay.
Okay. Bryony, it's your turn. The wolf is right up on you. There's only 2 bandits remaining that are like not actively running away.
If I swing at the wolf, is it gonna run away still? Shit. God, I don't trust that thing near me.
What you doing?
Is there? I can use Sacred Flame, right?
Yeah.
The
Why wouldn't-
cantrip.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on this wolf that's giving me such a hard time.
Okay.
Oh!
What's the DC on that dex save?
The what?
The DC, it should say spell DC. It's dexterity something.
12?
12?
Maybe?
It's
John,
right-
can you look real quick?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
Thank you. I can't tell, and now my screen is doing something stupid.
It should be like
10.
10 plus spellcasting mod.
Plus proficiency, so it should be more than 12.
Where it says Dex, it says 12.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 12.
Just let me give me a sec.
Well, no matter what it is, it just failed with a 6.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it takes full damage. Roll that damage.
Okay. Ah, a 2.
A 2.
A 2.
All right. Tell me how it dies.
It dies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kill it.
tell me how.
So the wolf, after being called by its master, was about ready to go after it when it gave me a final dirty look, and I panicked, and I cast Sacred Flame on it, and right as it was like jumping out of the cart, I struck it down, and now it's laying on the ground outside the cart, kind of singed.
It hits, spreads fire, and because of the force of the blast, 5 feet down the path. All right.
Is it my turn?
Okay. Yes.
So I'm currently invisible next to the guy who's my hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Start of my turn, I turn uninvisible, and I have 2 short swords in my hand, and I yell, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And I roll. And it is a 16 to hit with my first sword.
That hits. Roll for damage.
All right, so it's 4 plus 5. 9 damage with my first attack.
All right, and I'm gonna stop you there because you bring that sword, and he gurgles on his own blood and slumps over and dies.
Bonus action transfers the hunter's mark to the next nearest bandit.
The next nearest would be on the other side.
Other side of the road.
Yeah.
Then for my movement, I will run over there. And that's all I can do because I can't use another bonus action. So.
Correct.
Bonus.
All right.
Bonus.
It's the wolf's turn, and the one that went with his master is going to move his full movement of 40 feet, and he drops out of initiative.
Goodbye, wolf.
All right, it's now Dredger's turn.
So I'm still in the cart, correct?
Yes.
I didn't move? Okay. So on the right side of the cart, what is there? It's just 2 guys, right?
One guy.
One guy. All right, I'm going to jump out of the cart and bring the breaksword down on him.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, shit.
It's not the DM machine breaking this time, guys.
I was like, wow, it got really quiet.
Dredger machine broke. I didn't expect you to kill these guys so quick. I expected them to put up a little bit of a fight.
Stop making them
He
weak.
says 14.
He said 14, that hits. This is the one that's marked, right? Yeah, this is marked.
Yeah, but hunter's mark only affects me.
Okay. I didn't know if it worked like other abilities that are like that.
I deal an additional d6 when I make a weapons attack.
Okay.
And I have advantage on checks to track them if they escape.
Cool.
For an hour. 15 damage.
Tell him
R.I.P.
that he murdered the shit out of that guy.
Dead.
So your hunter's mark is gone.
Can I
All right.
transfer it again?
On your turn, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to call Nick again.
yeah. So he brings the short sword down, cleaves the arm off at the shoulder.
Leave him from tip to taint in half.
Yeah. He hits. All right, it's
The movie Kingsman just splits.
yeah.
Ew.
So the 2 bandits that were running away move their 30 feet and drop out of initiative.
Is that it?
That's it. We drop initiative.
I would like to check.
Yay!
What did Nick just say?
Nick wants to check the leader.
I'd like to check out the leader to see if there's anything identifying on him.
All right, roll me an investigation check. That's a 2. He's got the clothes on him. He's got his sword that you now see is a scimitar. It's arced. And
Alright.
You don't find anything else, no coin or anything.
Traven looks around and goes, hey, if we want to follow him, I can help us do that.
Ronnie
Maybe they got a
says,
camp we
I
can head
don't
back
really
to."
think we need to. We don't need to pay the toll anymore,
We
so
can
why
just
would
go.
we follow them? We can just go.
Perhaps we take the body back to town and question them there. Maybe they have something to do with this.
What's the nearest town?
The town you're going to, Hillfar.
Traven picks
Who's
up
sitting
the
next to the corpse?
Who's sitting next to the corpse?
and lays it in the back of the cart and gets up to drive and goes, doesn't matter who's sitting next to the corpse, it ain't me, eh? And then goes, everybody in, come on.
I strap him to the back of my papusa.
You strap the body to your papoose.
No, yeah, like right to the back of it, though. Like, so he's riding piggyback, but the dragon egg is still in front.
Ah! Bryony moves as far away from Dredger as she can possibly get.
It's not very far. He takes up a good bit of the bed of the cart.
He's having a little...
Bryony peers over the side to like where Traven is sitting, you know, in like the driver's seat, and asks if there's room up there for her to sit.
Hey, there's always room up here, cousin. Come on up.
All right.
Bryony sits next to
Let's
Traven.
get going. Yeah.
Dredger takes the corpse out of his papoose. Oh, I thought it was funny.
Craven laughs really hard.
So I actually need a perception check from everybody as you come out of this wooded area, this road with woods on either side. You open up into farmland, and you actually see a sign that says, "Welcome to the Hillfar Township."
14. John, get ready to do that again at a moment's notice.
Yeah. 18
Got a 4.
plus 4. 22 perception check.
Okay.
19.
So you look around and you see places, you see corpses of cows that look like they've been clawed up on their torso and partially eaten. And you see these big tufts of dirt like pulled out of the ground. You see a fence, and along the fence there's something slumped over it that you can't quite see. You can't quite tell what it is, and that's the last thing you see before you get into Hillfar proper.
Bryony whimpers and says, I don't think they're squirrels.
You
They're
obviously never
always
saw
squirrels.
squirrels where I'm from, cousin.
It's real chips and dip hours.
So you see as you come into town, this man is you, this human man. He just reeks of nobility, and he comes up and he's wearing these deep red robes with gold trim, and he's standing up very straight, very, very pompous, and he goes, "Hello, I'm Stu. That's Steu. And I'm Stu Hillfar. I run the municipality around here. What brings you to Hillfar?"
When he says stewed, my stomach grumbles a little bit.
Traven looks at Stu and goes, "Aye, and you got any, bud?" Meaning, does he have any stew?
He looks at you and goes, no, I do not.
We are here about the recent disappearances.
Oh, also, there's that guy over there in our wagon.
Dredger holds up his corpse.
He goes, "Oh God, you barbarian! What is wrong with you?"
Comes with the class.
But he looks at you and says, Yeah, the beasts. We've learned very recently. I have a vast wealth at my disposal, and I hired a friend of mine to come look at what happened, and he says they're possibly gnolls.
What?
We've been plagued with this infestation for weeks now. And only recently has the Emperor listened to my pleas to send some form of military here. They come, they kill our livestock, they tear up our crops, they kill the farmers or take their children.
Would this man know about these gnolls?
He says, No.
Treasure, I throw the body out of the cart.
Ah!
Not
No!
at him, just like away.
No, that's a horror scream. He's afraid. You threw a body into his clean dirt streets.
It's been ransacked. I wouldn't say clean.
Ooh.
A couple times, apparently.
He says there's only one farmer that hasn't been truly affected by this. That's Bon.
I think we need to interview this Bon. What did you say his name was?
Bon. His name is Bon. B-O-N if you're taking notes.
Boom.
Bon.
Traven looks and goes, "Okay, Soup, here's the deal. We're going to go find these squirrels of yours, and then we're going to get paid by the lawmaker back in Bahamut. So we're going to go do that now, okay?"
He says, I wish you would.
Now, guys, I turn and look at the party. I go, I see two different ways we can go about this. We can go deal with this farmer and like maybe set up some sort of like sneak attack kind of thing, or like wait for them to show up. Or we can just go follow these squirrels to wherever they're from and kill all of them in their house. I can do either one.
Stu says, I recommend you go speak to old man Bon. He's apparently had a pretty good look at them, but I wouldn't know. He's a few fruit
Seems
short.
a little suspicious that he hasn't had any problems with them, but he's gotten a good look at them.
Aye, it is, cousin.
I jump out of the cart and I pick up the corpse and then I put it back in the cart and I kind of bow my head. I was like,
I apologize, that was rude and impulsive of me. I did not mean to sully your good city with the body of bandit scum.
He bows back and he says, "Oh, it's quite all right. The bandits were an issue long before the gnomes, but they're all cowards, so they won't come here."
Do you have a morgue or anywhere, any place we could leave him?
He says, "On the way to Bonds, there's a graveyard. Drop it off in the temple. Tell them where you got him. They'll figure out the rights."
Everything.
Nick's back on the phone, by the way.
See that?
Oh, okay. I need to take a potty break. Be right back.
Okay. You can go do that.
Also, we're pretty to apologize for my words.
Are you going to Bon, or are you gonna go rogue?
I want to go back to the field that we saw earlier. I'm going to say to everybody, before we go to Bonds, I think we should go back and look at this, see what I can tell based on everything I'm looking at.
Okay.
How does everybody else feel?
Considering we didn't see very many gnolls, I don't believe you'll be able to track something you haven't seen.
Of course I can. I just got to look at the prints and follow wherever those go.
I mean, I'm not against looking.
Okay, you go back to that field where you saw all the carnage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do investigation.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Survival, technically.
Yeah, I want to do investigate and then do a survival check after, if that's okay.
You can. Yeah, you can investigate like to see where the carnage is like most recent, if that's what you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Investigation, that is a 17.
All right, so you find a spot near the eviscerated cow that you
Nick,
you
are you
can
making those sounds on purpose, or is that the phone call cutting out?
That's my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So this eviscerated cow, you walk up to it, and you see it's pretty fresh. There's almost no decomposition. It's maybe happened last night.
Okay.
Yep. Survival check to find prints.
17.
17. There's a lot of damage around here. You can't really find anything that looks like a discernible track. Like you see a lot of overlapping impressions in the dirt, but you don't see anything that like, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You can only tell that there's a good number of them.
Okay.
If you had to guess, there were probably about 5 figures.
Okay.
Okay. Is
So-
that all in that area? Or
So Tragan is looking around, kind of like Aragorn in Twin Towers style, like kneeling and like touching the ground and like looking, and he goes,
You mean the 2 towers?
"Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say Twin
You
Towers?"
said Twin Towers.
I mean, you know,
I mean, kind of the same thing.
I did that yesterday too.
9/11 confirmed.
Just saying. Anyway, in Two Towers, and I look and I go, "Hey, so like there was a mess last night, and it looks like there were about 5 of them, probably, if I had to guess, and they seem to be pretty decently sized fuckers, like pretty big." Well, we can go talk to the guy now if you want.
Do you know anything else from what you've tracked?
Do I?
What do you get to know with your tracking thing?
Well, at least with when it's in my natural terrain, which I'm not positive. This is like a farming field, right? This isn't
Yeah,
woods
it's a
anymore.
farm field.
When in the woods, I know number, size, and time.
Okay, so you know what happened last night, and you know that there were 5 of them.
So I look at the ground and I go, I know they aren't what I call squirrels.
Then we should talk to the man who's seen them.
All right, let's go do that, eh?
Okay, so you come up to, on the outskirts of the town, you stop by, you drop the body off at the graveyard temple. And they thank you for bringing a body to them, and they'll
I just throw it there, like, not even in something, just like...
Just chuck it against the door.
Okay. So, and you come on the edge of the town, you see a small shack, probably no more than 2 rooms, and a man outside, a very hunched over old man, picking up things and hammering wood over his windows. And then picking up another and hammering wood over it.
wow.
Excuse me, sir.
He turns around and goes, What? Who are you? Who are you?
Are you? I don't remember his name. Bond?
He says, Aye, that's me. I founded this town.
Good to know.
Hey,
We have a couple questions for you.
this
If you
is-
have a moment.
He says, I guess I could make a moment for you.
Question number one, Traven like butts in for a second. He goes, if you founded this town, how come it's named after that guy in there, the soup guy?
He says, he came around here after I was here. This shack, older than anything in that town over there.
Oh, okay. I get it. You're like old man Winters back home who thinks that because his tree is the oldest that he's in charge and everything. Okay, got it. He leans back over to Brenny and goes, yeah, you can keep going now, cousin. I'm done. That's all I had to know.
Thank you. We were wondering if you had seen the creatures that are wreaking havoc on this town.
He says, yes, the old night stalkers. Those things are, they're a real, they suck. I don't like them. I don't like them one bit.
What do they look like?
Profound.
Well, you know them stories of them folk that are turning into dogs or things like that. Those stupid stories that obviously don't exist.
It sounds like he's talking about werewolves.
He says they look kind of like that. But like, they got no humanity in them. They got no humanity. They just kill and destroy, and they had these little green dudes with them last time. I hadn't seen them before. That was some freaking weird stuff.
Hey, would you say those are goblins there, Bucko?
He says, "What the hell's a goblin?"
It's about this tall. I gesture towards Briny and then go a little lower with my arm. And green, real easy to kick. The best description I got for him. I hate those little things.
Yeah. They showed up too. There were a couple of them. They were the ones doing the real damage. The night stalkers were just killing and eating the cows.
So the goblins are going around breaking all the stuff, and the night stalkers are going around killing all the food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Did you get attacked last night?
He says, no, I don't have much in the way of attacking, and plus, and he goes, actually, let me show you. And he opens up his door, and he pulls out this double-bladed war axe that's almost twice his size now. And he goes, I've been around a time or two.
Gosh.
Who is Jesus?
Treasure has like 1,000-yard stare. Who is Jesus? And he snaps out of it.
He says, actually, someone came asking about it. Yeah, it was my nephew. He went after them last night after they attacked.
Your nephew went after him.
Where did he go?
He says, well, the best I can reckon is in that ironwood forest that we recently started chopping down, to make tables and the like.
Just some tables?
Yeah, pretty much. We make tables.
How much of this?
What kind of tables?
Well, where you can find the tables at probably any shop in the Empire. It's kind of our thing, is tables.
So you are a giant conglomerate of table makers.
I don't make tables.
Who makes tables then?
Probably probably that big tall dude. What's his name? Is Rathner. Yeah, he makes it on the other side of town.
and there's this giant table market.
Ooh.
It requires you to chop down innocent trees.
Oh man.
Yeah, tables are made out of wood. That's kind of how it goes.
I like reach down, I like get down in his face and I go, the trees don't like when you make tables out of them. I don't think you would either.
He reaches back in his house and gets a step stool and steps up and he says, "Let me tell you something, Sonny. I didn't fight for 3 independence wars for you to sit here and tell me what to do with my own wood."
Does he have really long arms?
What?
Very intrigued as to what the arm length has to do with this.
Because you said he reached back into his house.
Yeah, like by the
So how long are his arms? He's like whipping out a stool.
it was like by the door and he like,
Listen here, you long-armed freak. You don't enjoy getting chopped down.
okay. He responds with, "Well, the trees don't feel anything."
Wrong.
You should leave the man alone
Oh.
of using his wood.
Dredger, I respect your opinion, except right now when your opinion is trash. Okay, listen here, pal. Trees have feelings, and I shove him off of the stool.
All right.
Also, I'd like to roll an intimidation check to see if I can scare him into liking trees.
Okay. So first of all, he doesn't fall. He catches himself, and roll your intimidation.
Three total.
Was that a 3 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
A 7-foot-tall blue guy shoving you while screaming in your face is apparently not terrifying.
It's not. He says, "Listen here, guy. I don't got time for your crap, and if you touch me one more time, I'm gonna chop your furry head off."
I step between Traven and the old man and I say, he just gave us very valuable information. I do not believe you have the right to put your hands on him.
Look here, Dredger. Anyone who chops down innocent trees and then defends it by saying that they can't feel it. Stupid humans.
He's just putting there leaning up against his thing.
See, from their point of view, this man is not as in touch with nature as you are.
Does he have any pets near him?
Nope, not that you can see.
There's not any animals nearby at all.
Not that you can see. He's in the middle. He's at his house.
I lean down.
It would be really funny if there's like one lone crow.
The harbinger of death. No.
He was the ghost all along.
And he says, "Now, do you want my help, or do you want me to kill you?"
What help are you offering, Hoser? Are you gonna come with us to kill things or something?
You stop calling people
Please,
hunters.
Or help, says Bryony, jumping between Traven and the old man.
He says, "Well, I can tell you what direction."
But they're what? Oh, DM
What
machine.
direction they went.
DM machine broke in the middle of
That would be most helpful.
Yeah, my shit still hasn't come back on. I'm a little mad about it.
It's really sad because you were bragging about being right next to your router at the beginning
It's
of.
not even my router. It's like I can connect to the router, but I can't connect to the internet.
It's very odd.
That means that there's probably a line down somewhere.
We should. I feel like all of our streams have very bad internet problems in the middle of them, and that like it must be difficult to watch for people.
Oh, DM's gone.
And now Eric is gone, but Nick might come
Aragorn
back.
is the host now.
There is no winning.
Well, Dredger's back.
Oh god! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Oh God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
My phone did the thing with the microphone, and it was just.
I hopped over to the live stream for a little bit. It wasn't awful.
How am I supposed to
Ah,
keep
shit.
having aggression in my role play when I can't be angry right now because it's gone?
Mm.
He's just gone. He really gone.
He really gone
It's
now.
ASMR.
He really got some ASMR.
Goes, congratulations, YouTube followers. This is now an ASMR live stream.
ASMR Dungeon and Dragons.
He's just here.
Oh, let me just. It's a
Just
directional
a
mic,
bunch of shit.
so I can just kind of point. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me. Oh god! I have.
All it is
Oh boy. Welcome, DM. What's
Hi, I don't know what just happened, but my Wi-Fi just broke.
okay?
Is everyone else still there?
Yeah,
I'm still trying to get this ASMR thing going.
we're changing it. It's now an ASMR channel.
No, that's not.
You've lost your power.
there is no God. We killed him and the internet took him away.
Yeah, the campaign.
Not working at all. Anyway, so you told you that he can help you, he can tell you where the gnolls are coming from, where the Ironwood Forest is.
Where?
I don't know. Alright, he tells you, well, it's a little bit to the south of here. It's actually not that far. If you find my nephew, his name is Percy. He's a tinkering type.
He's a what?
A tinkering type.
Tinkering type.
I go, well, are you going to lead us there or are we just going to go find it?
He says, I ain't going anywhere. I gotta finish fortifying my house.
All right, tree killer, have a nice day. And I wave and I walk away very angrily.
He just
Are we leaving our carts?
I guess we're going to go find somebody named Percy.
Well, he said they was south, so we should probably start going south.
Did we leave our cart somewhere?
We left it in town.
Your cart is currently
Okay.
at Bond's house.
It's at Paul's house,
Yeah, currently.
so we could take it.
Probably should.
Good.
So let's take the cart.
Because, you know, the guy who's
So, like,
driving
maybe
it just
break
insulted
back the
him.
cart.
I yell behind me, Reggie and Reginald, get over here. Does that work for the horses? Eric, I can roll a persuasion check.
Animal persuasion.
No, the horses just and do nothing. They just sit there. Horses aren't obedient, y'all.
To you.
I would like to roll an animal handling check to see if they are, Eric.
Well, they're not. I mean, you can roll. I can't guarantee you that.
John crit.
It fell off the table, but let me try again.
John, you are using your dining room table. How does it keep falling off?
Can I throw it too hard? My 16 would like to disagree, but I'm not sure it can.
Not a crit, doesn't matter.
It absolutely cannot disagree. They and stay where they are.
Roger, just get the horses. They'll move. It's not like you need anything special to get them to walk.
Do they have like reins and stuff on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well, I mean, theoretically because they're pulling a cart, but I mean, like, maybe they're free.
I scoot over to the driver's side of the cart, pick up the reins, and just drive it toward Traven because he's a lazy motherfucker.
No, he's an angry motherfucker. What's the difference?
You do that. So are you all heading out now, or are you planning on waiting, or what?
We'll head out. I think so.
Okay.
Nick is calling me.
Yeah.
Friends, this is rough. We have 2 people on phone calls into this Zoom call.
I mean, do we want to, like,
pause and call it a night?
yeah, do we want to find a place to rest for the night and try again next week?
Raven snaps his fingers and makes a whole campsite again. And let's just rest and call it a night because, like, the internet is not.
There's too many technical difficulties.
Is that okay with everybody?
Happen.
Is that okay,
That's fine
DM?
with me. I just think I'm just pissed it happened.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't help it.
Yeah. All right.
Nick, do you want to call it?
You bet down for the night.
I'm entirely too frustrated with this.
All right. So, sounds like a time to say goodnight.
Yeah, no shit. All right, you guys bed down for the night, and just on the outskirts of the town, halfway between that and the Ironwood Forest. And I'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Bye, all.
Bye, everybody.
I love all of you, but
All right,
All right, bye, guys.